Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of network security and firewalls by installing OPNsense on VirtualBox. Whether you're a networking enthusiast, a home labber, or just curious about firewalls, this guide is for you. OPNsense is a powerful open source firewall and routing platform, and VirtualBox makes it easy to test it out on your own machine. Let's get started. First things first, we need to download the OPNsense ISO file. Head over to the official OPNsense website at opnsense.org. Go to the download section and choose the appropriate version for your system. Make sure to select the DVD format, as we'll be using this to install OPNsense in VirtualBox. After downloading the file, you need to extract it. I have already downloaded and extracted the file myself. These instructions will work whether you are on Linux or Windows. VirtualBox is the same on all platforms. Next, open VirtualBox. If you don't have it installed, you can download it from virtualbox.org. Once you're in, click on New to create a new virtual machine. Let's name it something like OPNsense. Next, browse to the ISO file you downloaded and select it. For the type, select BSD, and for the version, choose FreeBSD 64-bit. Now allocate some RAM. OPNsense recommends at least 2 gigabytes, but if you have the resources, 4 gigabytes or more will give you a smoother experience. After that, create a virtual hard disk. I recommend at least 16 gigabytes of storage, but you can adjust this based on your needs. With the VM created, let's configure it. Select your new VM and click on Settings. Next, head to the Network tab. Here, we'll set up the network interfaces. By default, VirtualBox creates one network adapter. For OPNsense, we'll need at least 2, one for the wide area network internet and one for the local area network internal network. Let me briefly explain. This adapter's a bridged adapter in VirtualBox is a networking mode that allows a virtual machine to connect directly to the physical network to which the host machine is connected. In this mode, the VM behaves like a separate physical device on the same network as the host, with its own IP address assigned by the network's DHCP server or manually configured. An internal adapter is a networking mode that allows virtual machines to communicate with each other on a private, isolated network. Unlike a bridged adapter, which connects VMs to the external network, an internal adapter creates a network that is entirely contained within the host system and is not accessible from the outside world. VMs connected to the same internal network can communicate with each other, but they cannot communicate with the host or any external devices unless explicitly configured to do so. It is ideal for secure, controlled environments. A host-only adapter in VirtualBox creates a private network that allows communication between the host and VMs while isolating them from external networks. It is ideal for secure, isolated environments where the host needs to interact with VMs around. I want to interact with the virtual machine using the host machine, so I will choose host-only adapter for the local area network. Take note of the MAC address. You will have to select which one will be the wide area network and the one which will be the local area network during the installation process. The LAN side is the internal network that only my VirtualBox VMs should be able to reach. Hence, I recommend you choose the internal network. This will keep the OPNsense LAN side in the internal network and isolated from the host machine. I do not have enough RAM on this machine to have more than one virtual machine up and running. That is why I have chosen host-only adapter, so I interact with it. But I recommend you select internal network and interact with the OPNsense using another virtual machine. Now it's time to install OPNsense. Start the VM and it will boot from the ISO. Press Enter here to start the manual interface assignment. Just check the MAC address you wrote down and type the interface name with the same MAC address here. You can add a third interface, which will be the optional interface like one for the DMZ. After network interfaces are defined, you can initiate the installation by providing a username and password. For installation, default username is installer. Default password is OPNsense in small letters. Just press Enter to continue. Just leave the defaults and press Enter. Use the spacebar to select and press Enter to continue. You will now be asked to change the default root password. You can now restart the virtual machine. While it is rebooting, you should remove the image from VirtualBox. To prevent it booting from a live image again, you need to eject the disk immediately after clicking reboot. If you fail, shut it down and remove the ISO image. After reboot, you can log in as root with the password you used for the root during installation. I can ping yahoo.com, which means the wide area network interface is connected to the internet. One thing, if you selected internal network on the network adapter, do not forget to change the network adapter to internal network on the client virtual machines. This will enable them to connect to the OPNsense. Type the local area network IP address of the virtual OPNsense machine on your browser to access the dashboard. Enter the username and password. Username is root and password is the one you configured during installation. After you are logged in, the OPNsense will start the system wizard. We'll make more future videos on how to configure various services on OPNsense. And that's it. You've successfully installed OPNsense on VirtualBox. Now you can explore its features, set up firewall rules, and even use it as a home lab router. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.